me this afternoon.
Yeah, so glad to finally connect.
Why don't we start out with you telling my viewers just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. My name is Maureen Wise. I am an author that lives in Cleveland suburb, Cleveland, Ohio suburb. I live with my husband and 13-year-old son. I've worked in the environmental field my whole career.
And I'm familiar with Ohio. I actually have family that live in Hilliard, Ohio, which is a
Oh,
suburb of Columbus.
yeah. I have family that lives in Hilliard, too. How funny is that?
I'm from Illinois, so we have very similar weather.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just so excited because we set this up a couple of times and I had back-to-back infections. And so it's finally a great opportunity to discuss your wonderful devotional, which is called, by the way, Strength for My Path, 52 Devotions from the Hiking Trail.
Here it is.
Terrific. It's a beautiful book, beautifully written.
Thanks.
Because I'm such a lover of nature. I spend a lot of time out, probably spend in the nice weather.
Right, in the nice weather, yes.
Up to 3 hours outside because I'm walking my beagle.
Mm-hmm.
We take long walks morning, noon, and night, and she loves to hunt rabbits. So she's leading us to a lot of places that are off the beaten path.
Oh, that's sweet.
So these pages really came to life for me. How were you inspired to write this?
Well, as you might imagine, I like being outside like you do, right? I really like hiking. I feel like hiking is kind of an excuse to be outside, like gives you a purpose to be outside, or a walk, kind of the same thing. So it's been a few years, but my family went on a vacation to California to visit the Redwoods, and on one of our hikes there, I kept kind of repeating in my head, this is church. This feels like church, right? Like I feel God's presence really strongly, and I'm just so in awe of the beautiful trees and the landscape. And I wrote an article about that experience for BioLogos, which is a cool Christian nonprofit that talks about science a lot. And I realized I have a lot more to say than an article's worth of stuff. So I have a literary agent, and we talked about a hiking devotional, and we found a publisher real quick. So it was very God-inspired, very, very much God, yeah.
And I love devotional because I'm a reader. I'm a voracious reader, so I do read novels as well. But devotionals are great when you just have a little chunk of time and you can fit it in because it's basically a terrific format. I love the way that you wrote this. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about how you designed the book?
And I read a lot of devotionals too. I like to have a little thing to read before bed, to think about God before bed, and I thought the devotional format was better than like a nonfiction book. So each entry has, well, I'm not going to be able to open. Each entry has a Bible verse, and then like 600 words or so of an entry about, nature. And then there's a prayer, and then at the end there's either a hiking tip or a nature connection, which was really fun to research, like a little nature fact. And I will say I tried to be really inclusive of many different ecosystems, thinking about people in different parts of the world, I live in Ohio, so we have lots of forests, but not everyone has a lot of forests. I tried to think about the beach or the desert or, other places where people might be in nature. And I did also try to be inclusive of people's abilities. Like I know certainly not everyone's going to be mountain climbing. I'm not a mountain climber, but I try to think about different people, being able to just get outside. And so there's an entry about hiking with seniors, there's an entry about hiking with kids, because it's really different than just hiking with able-bodied adults. And then there's, it's just a lot about nature topics, including spiders, which I kind of had to push myself to write, but lots of different topics like sunrises, just kind of general trees, sky, boardwalk, storms, lots of different things.
Beautiful. Two of the topics that stood out with me, one was creation sings the praises of God. I do have a gift to notice these things.
Yeah.
As I'm taking my dog walk, and could be the littlest things.
Yeah.
Being aware and also seeing the divine in unexpected places. Because there is, even I visited my brother I'm in a rural area, and lives in the city, and it's quite walking in that, it's building upon building and very little grass. Mm-hmm. But even in that, we were able to see the lake and to see just creation in a different way. I'm used to big open space. But
different than a city, yeah.
To appreciate that. I feel too with your book that it's a way that they can reflect. They can reflect and maybe pay attention and be attuned to maybe the next time they're outside. Just take that second look of either the birds that they might see or or the sky that particular day.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, nature is always changing. Like, seasons change so much. And, that's what I think, too. Get outside and just kind of look around, right? And the thing that I want people to think about most when they're reading this book, there's lots of different entries, to just get outside. I want people to get outside and think about how their faith connects with being outside, with nature. Like I said, that California trip really kind of made me extra sensitive, right? I mean, I've always been a person that wants to be outside, but I think that like having an experience of being in awe of nature can really help you appreciate that God made all of nature, and no one place on earth is the same, right? No one place in the universe is the same, and God made it all, and that's just kind of mind-blowing, right? Like, he's so creative, and so he just made so much, right? So big, like beyond our ability to even understand. So getting out in nature and thinking about your faith and God can just change, what you think about God and your faith and nature. So that's what I want people to do when reading this book.
Relating to that, because my normal daily walks are basically the same area.
Yeah.
But every time I walk, even though it's the same 3 miles that I'm doing,
right. Yeah.
There's something different. There's going to be, because of either a rainstorm that came in. Maybe there's a part of a tree in the way of, or it's as the season where we both experience, really 4 seasons where we live. So your landscape is completely different from the summer to the fall to the winter to the spring.
Yeah. I have a similar Cleveland Metro Parks trail like you. Like, I go on it like almost every day, right? And I have a couple trees that I like really inspect every time. Like, I'm like, oh, let me look up, and how are the branches? Are they different? How are the leaves different? I don't know. It's just these couple trees that have struck me. They're American beech trees, so they have beech leaf wilt disease, so I kind of take note of that and how are they coping. But yeah, like having, I call it a nature touch point, like a spot that you kind of check in with every time you're there, can help you appreciate that same place a little more. Yeah.
I love that. that on another podcast. And I love that, just that awareness of that nature touch spot, just to say what is happening there at this moment.
Yeah. And I feel like I didn't really make that up. Maybe someone else made it up, but it's a thing that I do, and I like to share it with people. Yeah, I don't need to take the credit.
But I love it, and I'm a big recycler. I always have been, and that my recycling bin is this much higher than my trash bin. But
Amazing. Good job.
Yeah, and it's just always been that way because this is all of our planet. It's ours to take care of, and we've been given that gift for the space that we're in, no matter how big or small, it's under our care.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah, so that even when you go on a walk and if you see a water bottle left behind, pick it up and then just put it in your or a piece of paper. I also happen to realize that you, under a different pen name, right? You have Cozy Mystery that you, and it's under the name of Iris March. That's your pen name.
Yep.
For that, and it's called Succulent Sleuth Series. Love it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that series?
So I love mysteries, and I kind of found Cozy Mysteries, it's been a decade now. Cozy Mysteries are not bloody, no sex, no swearing, kind of, up my alley, and but there's, that mystery that you're, as the reader, you're trying to solve it, and you're trying to figure out who killed or who stole or whatever, and so on that Metro Park Trail, it came to me one day that, who has written a cozy mystery about garden centers? And the Succulent Sleuth name came to me, and I was like, I have to do this, right? And so it's set at a garden center. There's a hiking trail behind it because, I love hiking. And the hiking trail in the book is a real hiking trail in Ohio, the Buckeye Trail. It makes a big loop within Ohio. So it is a fictional garden center, a fictional town, but the real Buckeye Trail. The main character is the garden center manager. She's a twin. I have a lot of twins in my life. I am not a twin, but she's a twin. And people just keep dying on the trail because that's what they do in Cozy Mysteries, and she has to solve it. And yeah, so there's 2 novels, 3 short stories. There's a new short story coming out in November, and I have the next novel first draft. It takes a while to finish up. But yeah, it's real fun. Thanks for looking that up too.
I can't wait to read that series because I would love a cozy mystery. That's my style of I'm not looking for all the gruesome details, but just to be kept on edge could be very wonderful. So, Maureen, where can viewers find out more about you?
So I have the 2 websites, maureenwisebooks.com and irismarchbooks.com. And both, have their own Instagram and Facebook and, Goodreads and so forth like that. But yeah, Maureen Wise Books and Iris March Books.
Fantastic. I'll be putting those sites down below and everywhere I'm going to be sharing this. And I really appreciate finally that we had the chance to meet your wonderful devotional and also open everyone up to your Succulent Sleuth series too.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed the book. I know that we really did have a hard time connecting, and you were sick, and it's very exciting to hear that people really get what I want people to out of the book. So I'm really happy you liked it. Thank you for sharing it with everyone.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're a wonderful writer, and descriptions are just beautiful. The image is because of just pops out of the, and so I really appreciate these wonderful reflections because we're able to pray, reflect, on God's grace to us as we are outside and as we walk around,
Yeah.
realize that every day is a new day and God creates a masterpiece right in front of our eyes. So
Yeah.
watch out,
Totally.
keep your eyes open and look for those nature touch points in your walk the next time you go.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much
You
again.
too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.